What's up, brownies? I'm going to start here by saying, as it pertains to the situation a couple of years ago with DL and Monique doing a show together and the botched contracts and all of the back and forth that came afterwards, both of you were wrong. If for no other reason than for two veterans in the game, you all let that promoter or whatever his title is play both sides against the middle. And as he did all of that double talk, and the reason for the confusion was actually him, he got off mostly unscathed while the two of you ripped each other to shreds. But now we have to talk about the fact that you're over exaggerating this Monique attacked my family. Your response to Monique and Sydney does not match their response to you. If the thing is to move on and move past, the way that they are responding to you now, when you all are not in the thick of it, is totally different than the rage and the venom that you're giving them. First and foremost, you have talked about Monique in the past and discussed her in the past. When you say go find the receipts, I don't think that you understand how hard it will be for people to do that, seeing as how this beef has been going on with Monique speaking out against the industry for 14, 15 years now. So for people to sift through 12 years of histories of your show, or every time that you have made a comment stating something to the effect that Monique ruined her own career, and the fact that her husband being her manager was one of her biggest problems, no one has that type of time on their hands, but you have said it before. For someone who prides himself on being a protector and a provider and saying that that's what a man is supposed to do, you are indeed a provider because you're a high income earner, but do you protect your family? Because on Black Love, we learned about how you dishonored your wife by sleeping with other women and getting one of them pregnant, and she had a baby. Did you protect that baby when you tried to keep him and his mother hidden and didn't even want to place them on your insurance because you didn't want your wife to find out about your bad behavior? Insurance is literally protection. And we know that that didn't happen because he's no longer with us, seeing as how your mistress's boyfriend at that time was responsible for your baby son not being here. Baby didn't even make it to see a year old, and he was somebody's dirty little secret the entire time. Was he protected? Was the other woman protected? Was your wife protected? Let's talk about your other children. I wonder if your daughter felt protected when you sat on Sway and told the world about how she had been violated by someone. You weren't there to protect her. You're a busy man. That's understandable. You all are stars. You're not like regular parents. You have to be on the road, and I get that. But you also said that when you found out later and she came and told you, you didn't believe her. Now, that's not protecting her physically, but also not protecting her mental health and her heart, because I'm sure it was broken when her father said that. Do you feel like you're protecting your special needs son when you go on platforms like The Breakfast Club and others and putting his business out in the street about how he does indeed buy prostitutes and escorts? Is there anything that is off limits to a comedian? What about your father and his dementia and the fact that because you felt like he was a mean dad or that he was hurtful or hurt you in your childhood, that now that he has dementia, if he's wondering, did I come and see him, since he's not going to remember it anyway, why don't you just tell him that I just left? See, that's a part of your family too. And as someone who literally just lost the man who raised me last summer to dementia and Alzheimer's, is certain things that I'm never going to find funny. And I can accept that I'm a bit sensitive about some things, but what I'm trying to point out to you is no one has disrespected or revealed secrets or left your family exposed more than you have. And as you continue to make fun of the Hicks marriage because it doesn't conform to traditional gender roles, I want to remind you of what your answer was when on Steve Harvey's platform, you were asked that because you've been married for 33 years, what is the secret to a successful marriage?
In your opinion, what's the secret to a successful marriage?
I think that you have to marry somebody who understands exactly who you are. Like, now I've done a lot of things I'm certainly not proud of. I've been accused of things I haven't done. The person who loves you and knows you understands the limits and understands who you are and who you're not, and makes you better where they can and does the best they can when they can. But I think it's just marrying somebody literally who makes you aspire to be better than your current circumstances.
Yeah.